All right, welcome back to Gilded Gaming, Final Fantasy 14. How's it going tonight, guys? It's getting logged in here. I'm gonna keep pushing on through the main story today. It's all new to me at this point, so I am interested to see what happens. I don't know where Heavensward's going. It's all just set up so far. Hey, Minus. I'm glad to hear it's going well on your end. I'm doing great. So last time we helped out the Lord's two sons, and now we're gonna do something else. I'm loving this sword. I'm gonna have to get rid of it at some point, I know, but I just think the sword's awesome. It's like when you pull it out, you know, like the little spin thing it does, but just the animation on it, it's pretty awesome. Did your first ever Savage raid on Monday? Is that like Savage is that past Extreme? Ooh, a black chocobo whistle and an Aether compass. So we're gonna learn about flying mounts, I guess, because I think Heavensward was where they introduced flying mounts, right? I mean, I know we can fly in the old world now, but like you couldn't originally. Anyways. Ah, Mistress Gilded, my lord the Count much desires to speak with you regarding your time with Lord Artorial and Lord Emmanuel. If you would remain here for a moment. Hey, Karanova. You have to learn how to teach your mounts to fly with the Aether currents or something like that. Gotcha. This dude looks like he could kick your ass with that cane.
I cannot thank you enough for saving young Emmanuel's life. Aye, he told me everything. I've also received letters from both House Zamail and Durandare praising your conduct, and that of House Forton. You've won as much honor, my friend.
The voice doesn't feel like it goes with the person on this one.
My lord.
What is it? Speak.
Voice sounds familiar though. You know what it sounds like? It sounds like the guy from Game of Thrones. The Arya Stark slit his throat. Spoilers. He was in Harry Potter. Is that who? I want to look at who the voice actress for this guy is. I have to know now. It's not him. I didn't think it was, but it was like, he's got the voice down, man.
Pray forgive the intrusion, my lord, but I bring grave tidings.
Wait a minute. This guy is Bana from Xenoblade Chronicles 2? Is that where I've heard the voice? Good God, we can't trust him.
Master Alphino and Mistress Tataru have been detained on suspicion of fomenting heresy.
What?
What? Explain.
This is Bana. Now you can't unknow that now. You know it and it's stuck in your brain.
They were observed entering a tavern in the lower levels on some half-dozen occasions. There, it is claimed, they made a number of inquiries.
Well, of course they did.
Inquiries which brought them into contact with certain elements. 'Twas this which prompted a Knight of the Heavensward to demand that they be questioned. Sir Grinno, my lord.
My lord. Savage is for 8-man raids like Extreme is for Trials. Okay. Savage raids are the next step above Extreme Trials. The majority of the in-game raiding scene. Gotcha, okay.
Sir Grinno is a brute. An exceedingly accomplished brute, but a brute nonetheless. Alas, he is also a son of House Zamail.
That's how you pronounce that? Zamail?
How quickly we forget the petty nature of men. I'd wager your friends are no more than pawns in another of my countrymen's games. Such is the way of things between the high houses.
This is like child's play next to what's going on in Final Fantasy Tactics right now, I'm telling you. Probably going to be finishing the story of Final Fantasy Tactics on Friday. The plan, at least. Depends on how much of the deep dungeon I want to do. If I want to do the deep dungeon, we might get sidetracked, but we'll see. Though you have won the hearts and minds of many of my countrymen, there are those who will never be swayed. Men who will dismiss your efforts and resent your successes, even as we celebrate them. 'Tis like that one such member of House Samael is manipulating Sir Gurno. For he is not a man to dabble in politics of his own volition. He may genuinely believe your friends to be guilty, though I am quite certain his masters know better. Yet the truth will avail us not, for we cannot prove their innocence. You would do well to speak with Sir Amric at the congregation of our knights most heavenly. He will know more of these charges. Congregation of our knights most heavenly, huh? Okay. Oh, already getting arrested. I tell you, man, Alphino is just in it. Speak with American Foundation. He is... oh, he's over here. Okay. I'm liking the Dark Knight a lot so far. I'm wondering when we're going to get to our first, like, trial or dungeon in the Heavensward main story. You should log in, maybe unlock the level 51 side dungeon tonight. Oh, speaking of... I think I have a job quest, don't I? I think I have a job quest to do. Is this my job quest? Alphino can wait. I might have like 2 job quests. Hey, how you playing? How's it going? Dun 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 dun. I want magic. Okay. Man, I really want to play Final Fantasy 14 tonight, and part of me really wants to play Final Fantasy Tactics more too, because I want to get to the end of the story. But man, like I don't want to give up either. And it's Final Fantasy 14 night, so we're doing Final Fantasy 14. But like, what is this over here? This is it's Shiva. I need more days, more time in the day. Stupid full-time job, right? If it wasn't for that. The wages of mercy. It would seem, madam, my comrades have misjudged you. I realize this now, having witnessed the lengths to which Lord Dromont would go for your sake. There can be no doubt that you are a true friend to Ishgard, which is fortunate, as we have urgent need of one with your skills. Pray accompany me to the Behemoth's Dominion at once. Behemoth's Dominion. Okay. I need another me. Yeah, I need another me to send to work so I can stay home and play games, right? We just need to get like another 1,000 viewers in here who can like pay subscriptions, and then I won't have to do the other job. There's a demon among us, madam, a fiend which cannot be suffered to live. Lord Dromont may be willing to let a dangerous vigilante roam free, but we are not so foolish. What sort of hero maims and murders knights sworn to the Holy See? None I know. A heretic you are, and a heretic you shall die. Well, it's just like Ramza. Alright, guys. Sure you want to do this? Like a plan. I'm like way stronger than you. This guy's not helping. He's unflinching. You gonna fight too? Guess not. He just stood there while his buddies got killed. Vile fiend! Do not think you can conceal your true nature from them forever. We will expose you for the abomination you are, I swear it. Wielder of the dark arts, consort of dragons, I will bring you to justice even if it costs me my life. Shall we oblige him then? Ooh, another dark night. Well, are you gonna kill him or shall I? You're one of them too, aren't you? Look at that sword. This is the part where you beg for your life. Leave these lands if you value your lives. I'll not show you mercy again. It's mercy, huh? Just runs away. I pray you do not make a habit of following men plotting to kill you into secluded areas. Or did you learn naught from Frey? So you do know of him. I thought him fallen at the trial, but then I heard whispers of a woman seen wielding his sword in battle. So tell me, what became of him? How did you learn the arts? By the gods. Though now I think on it, it's not the first time I've heard of such a tale. We who consort with the darkness are never truly whole. There will ever be a part of us yearning to be free. We trained together, Frey and I. He was a strength beyond reckoning, but alas, it was not enough. It warms my heart to see you carry on his legacy, that you have learned as much as you have with only his soul crystal to guide you to bespeak your potential. That's true, up to level 50 we didn't have an actual tutor. This is a matter I would discuss with you, but not here. My name is Sidurgu. Sidurgu. Pray look for me at Forgotten Knight in Ishgard. Alright. This sets us up with our new mentor. I like the sword. And now to Ishgard, I guess. Hey, Himika Nova! Woo, 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 woo. Given the circumstances under which you embarked upon this path, I fear you do not yet understand what it means to be a dark knight. The first of us bared steel against one of the clergy, 'tis is true. He sacrificed everything he once held dear in the name of justice, so must all who walk in his footsteps. Mayhap you think this will earn you the love of the common man. You are wrong. To many you will forever be a criminal, a fiend who sows chaos and discord. These people will listen to the lies of our enemies. They will do their utmost to cast you out, or worse, as they did to Frey. Yeah, Himiko changed races last week. If you're not prepared to deal with these consequences, then surrender your sword and soul crystal to me now. You claim conviction. Your actions speak otherwise. You spared a man who tried to murder you. Mercy, some would call it. Idiocy, I name it. Aye, that's right. I followed him and gave him the mercy he truly deserved. Look at me, Elheim. Tell me what you see. The first Ishgardians to encounter Aura saw Travanians. We had fled Gardamal's armies, only to come to a land where we were mistaken for another nation's mortal enemy. They bared steel and came to kill us. We did not die so easily. Oh, so there's my answer about what they think about us. We spared them and sent them on their way, and how do you think they repaid our kindness? With fire and blood, Elheim, with death for every man, woman, and child. Make no mistake, these are the wages of mercy. If you would walk the path, then you must accept this truth, for your enemies already have. Well. So, the Ishgardians didn't take well to our race. Alright, I am already level 52, so we should already have another quest. Indeed. What do we get here? Salted Earth. Creates a patch of salt. Yeah, it's like, consecrate, basically, right? Awesome. And 100,000 XP. I wouldn't mind me some consecrate. I see you yet walk the path, Elheim, and it is well that you do. It's a matter I can discuss only with another Dark Knight. Swear to me that you will speak of it to no one else. Thank you, and I shall begin at the beginning. Our master in his final moments spoke to Frey and me in riddles. A heart bleeds, a man weeps, a soul burns, thence comes the darkness to consume. Yet even in the depths the flame endures. Submit to the flame and harness the abyss. Frey and I did not understand his words. We hoped their meaning would become clear to us in the course of our duties as Dark Knights. Who's this? This is not a Dark Knight. Or if she is, she's like so badass she doesn't have to wear the uniform, right? And so we carried on, following this creed until one day we found her. Go on. She can be trusted. Alright. The Riel. Aloni's blessings be upon you, miss. Right then. She was fleeing from a unit of Temple Knights at the time who were clearly intent on doing her harm. Needless to say, Frey and I took issue with that and chose to intervene. We went to ground after that, but Frey was caught out in the streets while fetching supplies. I cannot protect her, Elheim, not from the Temple Knights. Not by myself. I'm not even sure why they seek her, only that should I fail, her life is forfeit. Help me, Elheim, and I shall be with you. I will share with you my arts. And when we have reached the limits of my knowledge, mayhap we can unravel the mystery of my master's final words together. I can offer you naught else. What say you? Why are the Temple Knights after you? Then it's settled. We shall both serve as her guardians. Don't you have something to say to Elheim, Riel? Okay. Guess not. Yes? Yeah, why do Temple Knights want to hurt you? They said I was an abomination, that I had to die to atone for my sins. Where are your parents? What do you think of Sidurgu? He doesn't talk as much. Not since Frey left. Sometimes he hardly speaks a word. Other times, I know he would never hurt me. Okay, so nothing about her parents. And she's an abomination. Interesting. Is she like part dragon or something? Excuse me, Elheim, was it? You'll look after Sid too, won't you? Thank you, that puts my mind at ease. Right, that's enough of that. To more important matters. Like I said before, I'm not quite sure why the Temple Knights are after Riel. They seem to believe something is wrong with her, but for the life of me, I cannot imagine what it could be. However, there may be a way to find out. The other day, I overheard a curious tale from the House Hollenart Knight, recently returned from Camp Cloudtop. He spoke of Vanu healers who could see their patient's aether. So skilled were these healers that they could diagnose ailments with a glance. It may be not more than a fantastical tale told by a man in his cups, but even so, if there's a chance we could learn what, if aught, ails Riel, I dare say we must take it. Let us go to Camp Cloudtop and begin our search for a healer there. Okay. And cloud talk. Here we go. The Knight and the Maiden Fair. Nice. Yeah, I never checked it. Do I have mail? No letters for me today. Alright. No letters. Nobody loves you. I watch her. Right then. The Vanu Vanu are not wont to parley with outsiders under most circumstances. However, they may be willing to receive us if we come bearing a suitable offering. I am told they use Gastornis feathers in their rituals. Mayhap that would suffice. Elheim, I must ask that you prepare our offering while I look after Riel. Once you have it, we can journey to Vundu Okbendu together and entreat with one of their healers to examine her. Alright. Get some feathers together. No problem. Go down this stairs, right? So we learn how to fly. I guess is our next quest. It'll be an interesting area when we can fly through it. Alright, oh, these guys, okay. Can you kill 3 of them? One more. Quests always seem so like quick and easy in Final Fantasy XIV, at least these older ones. It's like bing bang boom and the quest is over. Most of the quest is the talking, you know? I literally spend more time reading the cutscene than doing the quest usually. There are a lot of quests. I mean, are there? Not really. I mean, I'm comparing it to like World of Warcraft because that's the MMO I know, right? And World of Warcraft, I would do like 5 times as many quests and barely even read the quests usually. So I'd spend hours on end just doing quests, like literally just performing the quest. Where is this guy? I need to go to Vanu Vanu. Oh, I have to go out there. Okay. I was trying to come back to him. I thought we'd go together. He's already out there. Like, honestly, in comparison, I feel like I do very few quests. But I mean, there's a lot more story. It's not that there's not story in World of Warcraft. There definitely is. I guess I don't pay as much attention to it usually until it's like time for raiding. Like, I feel like the big chunks of the story are like at the beginning of an expansion and then in the raids and the stuff leading up to the raids. And the quests that are out in the world a lot of time are like not filler, but like more setup than anything else, you know? So if someone plays WoW and doesn't do the raids, I feel like they miss all the big story points, right? They're like way out there. Are the Vanu going to become another one of the beast races that we can have a reputation with eventually? It seems like that's the way they're going with it. Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, I've only seen 2 new zones. We got the super icy snow-covered zone, and we have Cloud Top here. Cloud Top's pretty cool. I like the idea of like just floating rocks, especially in an expansion that's gonna give you flying mounts, right? Pretty cool. To a certain extent, Burning Crusade, like WoW's first expansion, was also kind of all like this, because I mean the Outlands is like a shattered planet, more or less. So it was all just kind of floating in space if you go to the edges of any of the zones. But different. Usually unlock flying in an area right as the MSQ finishes up. Hey, that's not that bad. In World of Warcraft, you don't get flying in a new expansion until after a couple raids have been out. Like, you basically have to do everything in the expansion to unlock it, and it's still gated by time. Like, it's not gonna. They don't release it with the expansion. It comes out later because they don't want you to just fly over everything at the beginning. There'll be an achievement called like Pathfinder for each expansion, and if you complete the Pathfinder achievement, you unlock flying for that expansion. And then once the expansion is like 3 expansions old or something, and you just get flying there. If you have flying, you don't need to do the thing anymore. What minstrel gale blows Netherlings this far? Netherlings, huh? Away with you, away. I've got some feathers though. 3 feathers, why didn't you say so? Gastornis feathers. Netherling knows the ways of the Vundu well. Let storm clouds give way to warm sunshine. Say your piece. She will do as we ask, Elheim. Bring forth the child, Netherlands. Let me look upon her face and know her heart. Soft rains to soothe your heart, little one. Do not be afraid. Drink of the wind, let thy soul take flight, bathe in the mists, and show me thy light. Come, show me that light. What tempest winds rage beneath tranquil clouds? What great spirit dwells within you? Speak plain, Vanu. This is no child. This is... a Tramontane follows you, Netherlings. You cannot remain here. Begone from our lands. Wait, I don't... God damn it. Well, there's definitely something about her. Ready your blade, Elheim. We've been followed. Over there. Something's coming. What is sword? Oh my god, it's a cat! Wait, no. Or something else. Okay. Oh, over there. You just go around the Galacat. Full steep. Is sword at level 70? Fair enough. How dare you, sir? I was gonna leave you alone, mostly because you're weird looking. No longer. Okay. That should be the last of them. I've seen these ones about before. They don't answer to the Lord Commander, so I hear. Bastards thought to take us outside the city, away from prying eyes. Don't want to be seen murdering a girl in the streets of the Holy See, do they? Even their staunchest supporters couldn't abide that. Seems our new friend has already abandoned us. Nay for it then. Back to Ishgard we go. Come along, Riel. I'm imagining this is going to take the whole expansion to resolve. That's okay. Huh. All right. I trust you no longer dispute the true nature of the Temple of Knights. Murderers and thieves who drape themselves in trappings of righteousness. Do you not see, Elheim? We are all that stands between them and their prey. There is no justice for these monsters, save that which we must deliver. I will see them answer for their sins, I swear it. If I have to drown in the abyss to see it done, I will. Elheim. Oh, Elheim. Elheim, Cid, I want to thank you both for protecting me earlier and apologize for getting you two hurt. Don't be foolish. You've not to apologize for. In any case, at least you learned something of our enemies' motives. Not that I have the faintest inkling what the healer meant by great spirit. Maybe she's got a primal in her, like Ice Heart did. I don't know. We'll find out. Yay, Salted Earth! Ooh. Okay, we can place it. It's not just around us. How long does it last? 15 seconds. Pretty big too. Nice. Alright. 90-second recast. Alright. Cool beans. Wait, is the quest in here too? No. Is not. You prefer you can create a macro that places the earth on your current target so you don't have to place it manually? Ooh, do you know how you do that? It makes a lot of sense on controller. Just look it up. Mycon, Salted Earth, AC, Salted Earth. Is that our target, I guess? And I'm guessing the first one chooses what the icon is going to be, and the second one does the casting. Macro icon and whatever AC would be. AC. Action command. All right. Cool beans. That was easy. You know what? We can give controller another try too. 1 second. Alright. These need to be all resorted. These by mouse might be easier. Let's figure out how to do it. Alright. See, I want... Excuse me. A ton of things you can do for the controller hotbars before I start manually placing abilities. Yeah, let's help me out. That sounds great. We're gonna learn today. Hello. Yep. Okay. Yep. Okay. That makes sense. Yep. You're right. Yep. Interesting. Yeah, I think so. Okay. So you're saying when it's drawn, it should be what? Yeah, I know what it is. I'll probably decide where to put the skills. I just gotta get used to moving them around now. Yeah. Let's try to get that open. Yeah, I'll change set. Makes sense. Gotcha. Alright, fair enough. Annoying. It's fun. Okay. Yep, I do. I don't have that many abilities yet, honestly. I'm right at the tank one too, but I don't remember if I ever use unmend for. Increases your enmity. That's the ranged one, that's what it is. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'll just keep changing it as I go. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I never use Shirk is the thing right now. So It's on the bar, but I'm gonna ignore it slot. I have to relearn everything now. Are there no hunting logs after the first part of the game? We'll see. Thanks for your help. It's been too long, Elheim. Would this visit came under happier circumstances. You are come to plead for Master Alphanod and Mistress Tataru, I take it. Yep, thanks again. Word of their detainment reached us while I was delivering my report to the on the Vanu Primal. Truly I know not which is more ludicrous, these charges or that flying feathered whale. That Sir Grenot's accusations are baseless, I have no doubt. Refuting them will be difficult, however, as he is a knight of the Heavensward. I speak of the personal guard of the Archbishop, the 12 finest knights in all of Ishgard, sworn to serve his eminence alone. Suffice it to say, their testimony is unimpeachable, and I have not the authority to challenge their actions. The music just cut out. After all the Scions have done, routing the heretics and defeating Shiva, helping us to defend the steps of faith and drive back the Dravanian horde, after proving themselves true allies on countless occasions, is there naught we can do? I fear there is but one path left to us. We must demand a trial by combat. But of course, in a trial by combat sanctioned by the Inquisition, the victor's claim is judged true regardless of the petitioner's standing. Under Ishgardian law, a trial by combat pits the accuser against the accused. In this instance, Master Alphanod and Mistress Tataru would be expected to face Sir Grenot, and a second of his choosing. Another knight of the Heavensward, most like. Two of them? By the Fury, that can hardly be considered fair. Master Alphanod's magical talents will not have gone unnoticed, meaning that he will have no choice but to participate. Mistress Tataru, on the other hand, is quite obviously bereft of martial skill and should be afforded the right to name a champion to fight in her stead. Lest you doubt, I am ready and willing to serve in this capacity, as I'm sure is Lord Haushalfont. But all here present know that you must be the most accomplished warrior among us and mayhap in the realm at large. Yep. It's like, yep, that's me. Then it's settled. I will visit Master Alphino at once and inform him more of our intentions. Elheim, meet me at the tribunal when you are made ready. Until then, my friend. Do I want to run a dungeon to try it out? I think I'll probably try and get used to it before I run a dungeon. But hopefully we can get to a dungeon tonight. I don't know how many quests I have to do, but we'll see. So far it feels okay. We're going up to the tribunal. think I'll probably be better with mouse and keyboard. What's up, bud? Buddy, I can't help you with that right now. I told you I'll help you tomorrow, okay? He wants me to play his Breath of the Wild for him. Listen carefully, Elheim. When the trial begins, the petitioner will be asked to restate his charges and the accused invited to respond. Then, in accordance with the law, they will be asked to restate their request for trial by combat. Once the High Adjudicator knows Mistress Tataru's right to name a champion, that is when you must make your entrance. Oh, I cannot wait to see the look on Sir Grenoux's face when he sees his true opponent. It will be priceless. More seriously, should you begin to lose heart, look to me in the stands, and I shall cheer so loud you will wonder how I could ever have contrived to doubt yourself. Now, are you ready? Yeah, sure. Look at this guy smiling, a little smirk.
We are gathered here today under the watchful gaze of the Fury to ascertain the guilt of 2 souls in a trial by combat. Petitioners, step forward. Sir Grenoux, for the benefit of all here present, I would ask you to repeat the charges which you have leveled against this man and this woman.
I, Sir Grenoux de Zemile, brother of the Heavensward,
That voice.
witness to these 2 foreigners consorting with heretics.
That voice does not go with that face. I'm sorry. It's weird.
Let the accused step forward. Alfino Leveilleur, Tataru Taru.
Taru.
The charges leveled against you. Will you take up arms to refute Sir Grenoux's claim and thereby prove your innocence in the eyes of gods and men?
I, Alfino Leveilleur, am innocent of this charge and claim my right to trial by combat.
I, Tataru Taru, am innocent of this charge. But I am no warrior and cannot fight. So, I claim the right to name a champion.
To the old and the infirm, the young and the weak, this right we allow. Very well. Who will stand for this woman?
Whose bright idea was it to have a trial by combat?
Guardian justice system. Come, my friend. Let us put an end to this mummer's farce.
Have a trial by combat against the friend of the champion, right? Of the hero of Eorzea or whatever. Didn't see this one coming? Alright. Oh, we're gonna fight right here, okay. Why do they have a floor that opens up to a pit? Do they just drop people in the pit sometimes? What is the purpose of this pit? Okay.
Oh, hello,
So they can drop the floor out from under her.
judgment. Raise up the righteous and cast down the wicked.
Interesting weapon.
I have my pride.
How do I... There it goes. I gotta put that macro on the bar. I put the actual ability on the bar, and we made that nice macro and everything. Move my health bars.
I've got you now. Stand still. Down with you. This isn't funny.
What in the hell?
Stand still.
How do I break the chain? This one. I got used to targeting stuff.
Stand still.
Serkrino the Bull. Yeah, I got a whole new muscle memory to figure out.
It's over.
I mean, we won! The Fury has spoken. Alphino Leviae to Taru, you are hereby acquitted of all charges. Blessed are we who receive her wisdom and seek justice wrought by her divine hand. Petitioners, accused, go forth in peace. I bet it wasn't a fight to the death. Delivered from an untimely demise yet again, my thanks, as always. By the Fury, what a splendid victory to see how you strove in the face of adversity. Two brave young souls bound together by the puissant bonds of camaraderie. Why, it stirred me to the very depths of my soul. Having been treated to such a rousing spectacle, it seems only right that I present you with the humble token of mine admiration. Pray receive me this chocobo whistle. Ooh, black chocobo. With it you may summon a black chocobo, fully trained and ready to fly. Ooh. Little bags. I like it. Magnificent is she not, strong yet sleek, elegant yet eager. What say you, Olheim? Will you take her for your steed? Hell yeah. Lord Hashafat, chocobos are prohibited in the Supreme Sacred Tribunal of Hellenic Inquisitory Doctrine. Your steed must remain outside. All right. Whoop, whoop. Alright. You've obtained a black chocobo. When riding this mount, you will have an ability to fly, provided certain conditions have been met. To fly in a given region, you must find and attune to all the local aether currents. In order to attune to some aether currents, you will need to complete certain quests. However, most can be discovered via exploration. To aid you in this endeavor, you have also obtained an aether compass, which will provide you with both the bearing and the distance to the nearest aether current upon use. Should you lose this compass, you may You may speak with Gilbrant at the Forgotten Night to obtain another. Alright. Yep. Alright, there's a couple things I want to mess with here. So if we select him, like when we're doing these, it puts the names up there, it goes right over the health bars. We're gonna move those health bars. Let's layout. 2, 1. Target info, parameter bar. This needs to come up right here. Yeah. And the enemy health bar's up there. That'll work. Excuse me. Okay. Cool. So we saw that square opens the map, triangle jumps. The quickest way to get into the inventory is just coming in here like that, I guess. Or black chocobo whistle. And also we had maybe a key item. Yeah, this. Not there's any of my currents, that's fine, but that's not what I was trying to do. Set to hotbar. And our mount. At the hotbar. Cool. Go. You're gonna need that to find the aether currents, right? That's easy. Cool. Alright, Lord Hashmont thinks you could do with a well-deserved rest. Ain't wrong. Black chocobos are well and good, but true rewards for your efforts is the exoneration of your comrades. They shall be released upon the completion of certain minor formalities, which I mean to see to personally. In meantime, pray return to Fortent Manor. The Count has done so already, would doubtless be eager to discuss the events. Alright. Sorry about that. To speak with Edmond. Where's Edmond? Ah, over there. Oh. Not the one I went to go to. One sec, guys. I need to check something. excited about that. I'll put the macro on the hopper. Thank you. I do. And your reminder is helpful. I am so forgetful. Macros. Send to hotbar. Boom. Thank you. So good. Helene smiles upon his head again, Mistress Gilded, guiding you to victory and setting your comrades free. I confess I did fear for your safety, which is not to say I doubted your prowess, you understand. I merely knew the strength of your opponents. You do have a bad habit of exceeding my expectations. Besting 2 of the Heavensward while the city elites look on? By the Fury, anyone who hasn't been paying attention to you will surely do so from now on. My lord. We've just received a message from the vault. His Eminence, the Archbishop, requests the presence of Mistress Gilded. An invitation from the Archbishop? What an honor. A personal summons is indeed a great honor, and given recent events, you would be wise not to delay. So, Mistress Gilded, we shall speak anon. A priest will be waiting for you outside the vault. Identify yourself to him and he will escort you inside. Oh, also minus the Final Fantasy Tactics playthrough should start showing up on YouTube tonight after the stream. It's gonna start doing like 1 VOD a day until the whole thing's up there. Final Fantasy 6, I'm waiting till we get a little bit farther. She just got to the World of Ruin and she only plays like 1 or 2 times a week, so yeah. Also, since we're going to be theoretically finishing Final Fantasy Tactics on Friday, probably, or if not, you know, probably Saturday, hopefully Friday, that means that next week I'm going to be starting Final Fantasy VIII, which is the next game on the stream, and it's actually blind. That's one of the few Final Fantasies I haven't played through, so that's exciting, right? Alright, well, let's go talk to this priest at the vault, apparently. It is the remastered one, yep. We'll be playing Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. Ooh, cool. You haven't, but you've not started it yet? Well, I'll probably be starting it Monday is the current plan. If everything goes as planned. This is a set of stairs right here. Our view here of Ishgard. Alright, Ishgardian Priest. Bet back in the day, beat it back in the day, but you have not played the remastered one. They changed some things around because there's no more chocobo. I don't even know what you're talking about. Alright. We are honored to receive you, Mr. Gilded. This way, please. I'm excited. Like, some of the Final Fantasies I haven't played, like, I haven't played, like, hardly any of 8. I've done, like, the first couple hours, so I know, like, a little bit about the junctioning and stuff, but that's about it. I've beaten 9, I've beaten 10, I've beaten 10 too. Deadshire's gonna be playing a lot of the ones that I've beaten, so like she's doing 6 and 7, although I might do 7 as well. She's doing 9 and 10.
Your Eminence.
I've beaten 12.
To present to you the warrior of light.
I've beaten 13, but I did none of the side stuff, and I haven't done 13-2 or Lightning Returns. Your Eminence, is my honor to present you the Word of Light. Yeah, he's voice acted. Duh. I've never done Dirge of Cerberus. That's coming up. I've played a little bit of Crisis Core, but I've never dived into it, although I do know the whole story of Crisis Core. There's a lot of side ones. I've played a lot of Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, but I've never beaten it. Like, I just never pushed all the way through all the things. And I've barely scratched the surface of Advance too, so I'm looking forward to those. Chocobo World was a nano handheld sidecar game. Okay. Farewell. So like when they released the little thing that came up, that Pokemon that one time, where you could like put a Pokemon on it and carry it around with you and it leveled it up a little bit, that kind of thing. I'm doing 8 because Des is going to do 7 once she finishes 6, right? Well, she's actually, her plan right now is to do Final Fantasy 6 and then do Danganronpa 2 and then do Final Fantasy 7. So it's going to be a little while. I'm thinking when she does 7, I'll probably have finished 8 by then, almost certainly. And so I might do 7 alongside her and do some kind of challenge run. I was on another stream the other day, and he told me that this other streamer told me about this website where you can do like a Final Fantasy 7 challenge run, where you go to the website, you say you want to do a run, and it assigns a job to each of the characters in Final Fantasy 7 for you randomly. And these are jobs that they just made up. And basically what the job is it says, well, you're an engineer, so you can only use like these 10 materia. Like you're an engineer, so you can use Rama and lightning and, you know, the elemental one that lets you put the elemental on your weapon, and like these materia are open to you. Or, you know, you're a thief, so you can use steel and counter and these ones. Like, so it's pretty cool. I can show you. Let me. Like, I just generated a random run. This isn't gonna be the one that I use, but I was thinking of doing one like this. Let me see, like, so it just randomly says clouds and engineer, so you can use lightning, revive, all materia, elemental materia, magic counter, MP turbo, quadra magic, W item, magic plus, mega all, MP plus, Rama. These are the only materia he's allowed to use. So it's like it assigns them a job, so it's like a job based run. It seems like it could be fun, instead of just everyone just being able to use everything, right? Aerith being a white mage, I mean, that's really, come on. That's a little on the nose. Barret is a time mage, that's interesting. Sid the magic knight. Vincent the summoner, basically, right? Kitsif the mighty morphin dark knight swimmer? What? Destruct, mystify, added effect, final attack, death blow, HP absorb, HP plus, Hades, underwater, and morph. That's an interesting set of abilities. I mean, Aerith is a white mage pretty much by canon, you know, just based on her limit breaks and stuff. But anyways, it could be fun. Oh yeah, but that's true though. We will lose Aerith, so who else can heal in this group? But to use items, I guess. No one else has. Let me look at this again. Does anybody else have heal or restore? She has heal and restore. Cloud has revive. Yeah, no. None of the other ones do. So like we'll have to use items to heal after like disc 1. Looks like. Or some other, you know, sly way. I mean, I could make it an interesting challenge run for sure. Farming a lot of X potions. Final Fantasy 7 is not hard. Alright. Alright, Your Eminence, it is my honor to present you the Warrior of Light. Alright, there we go. Look at this guy. He doesn't look evil at all.
Tales of your many grand endeavors. The Lord Commander has also been most effusive in his praise.
I mean, you can't play a Final Fantasy game and then trust the religion. You can't play a Final Fantasy game and trust an empire. And you certainly can't play a Final Fantasy game and trust a religious empire. And Mr. Archbishop here is giving me serious villain vibes, dude. I mean, he's not like Seymour levels of villain vibes. Seymour was the most ridiculous villain ever because, like, he shows up trying to be like a good guy, right? But, like, no one in their right mind would think that he wasn't the villain of Final Fantasy X the second they see him in his weird little antler hair. Like, no one walks up on this guy like, maybe he's a good guy, you know? Like, this is not what a good guy. Look, come on, right? Like the whole game I was going, he's evil, it's obvious, long before he tried to marry Yuna. Anyways.
I am Thorin VII, Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, and I bade you come here that I might offer my personal apologies. You will forgive me for not calling upon you as courtesy would dictate. But, as you can see, my more sprightly days are long behind me.
Well, that's because Riku's awesome.
But I digress.
Where do you land on pain? Or, Lulu. But yeah, it's even worse because I've been playing Final Fantasy Tactics, so like I'm very much like, okay, religion bad, High Confessor evil, like Archbishop. I mean, we already had to kill a cardinal like first off in like chapter 2 or whatever. So I mean,
your companions were wrongly accused of heresy and subjected to gross indignities. This, I am sorry to say, was the result of negligence on the part of our nation's protectors. Negligence born of an excess of zeal. Is that not so, Sir Zephyrin?
I mean, and you called a heretic in that game too. Very reminiscent. Sir Zephyrin, huh? Yeah, they were just super zealous and negligent. They weren't evil.
Yes, Your Eminence. Regrettably, it would appear that we of the Heavensward were in receipt of erroneous information.
Dude, don't try and act all apologetic now, dude. You look super... You're like smirking and crap at the trial. Come on.
Sir Grinno,
not this guy, the other one.
He pressed charges before the truth had been ascertained, for which I most sincerely apologize.
An unfortunate misunderstanding born of an earnest desire to serve Ishgard, but one which should never have occurred. For who could doubt the character of those who bested Shiva and drove the Horde from the steps of faith? Not I. That much is certain.
Camera's just slowly zooming in on this guy.
That will be all, Sir Zephyrin. I would speak with our guest in private.
Your Eminence, As you wish, Your Eminence. That will...
That'll be all for today. Their ears are so big, like it's so funny. To see the guys in the chainmail helmets with like the little points sticking off the sides of their head underneath the chainmail. Like they have to design the chainmail to go around that apparently.
Privacy is a luxury rarely afforded one in my position. Now tell me, young lady, what do you know of the Ascians?
Oh, that's a dangerous question. Oh, you got the pinky ring too. Never trust someone with a pinky ring. And these sleeves, you got like the super sleeves, you know what I mean? Like look how far that, like, I don't think you can't even see where they end here. Imagine walking around in that thing.
I shouldn't wonder. Being the bringer of light. You should know that I myself have met with them. Have entertained them as guests, even.
Well, I mean, I thought you were evil before, but this is not helping matters, bud.
Those harbingers of chaos and strife offered us power that we might continue our war against the dragons. I have no intention of aiding their cause, of course, nor less of being their puppet. Yet, were I to refuse them outright, I should learn naught of their true objectives and remain powerless to stop them. Thus have I hearkened to their words with interest and paid lip service to their beliefs, biding my time and preparing for the inevitable conflict. And why do I tell you this?
Yeah.
Because there is naught in this world they fear more than the power of the warrior of light. If we are to rid ourselves of these vile interlopers, we must need to
Well, this is positive.
together. With our combined strength, I have faith that we can wrest Eorzea from their grasp and pave the way for a lasting peace. Think on it.
Okay. What's BTN? Summoner, Dark Knight, and BTN. Botanist? What is botanist? Oh, okay. Yeah, herbalism. Right. I forgot it was called botanist. I'm in like WoW mode. Herbalism. Botanist. Got it. Somehow I never noticed that. All right. How did you say you do the thing where you put sprint on the L3 button? It includes logging too. Okay. That's true. Making a macro in slot 99. Okay. What do I make the macro just like? AC sprint or something? What sprint? It's called sprint. Then gamepad calibration. I do the calibration part. Button configuration. L3. Execute macro 99. Cool. There it goes. Thank you, sir. Convenient.
There you are. I confess I was more than a little concerned when I learned that you had been summoned to the vault. What did they want with you? Well, well. A formal apology and an admonishment of those responsible. I see my fears were wholly misplaced.
I don't know about that. I like this
By
helmet.
the gods! The Archbishop freely admits to consorting with Ascians. So, their ambitions extend to Ishgard as well.
Of course they do.
We will have new primals to contend with ere long, of that you may be certain. 'Tis but a matter of time. Yet shorn of the support of our missing allies, what can we realistically hope to achieve?
In the midst of all the excitement, I completely forgot to tell you. When I was asking around about the Scions, I heard the most awful rumor. General Rauburn is to be executed for crimes against the Sultanate!
Shit.
If the Flame General dies, we will lose a staunch ally, and the one man capable of holding the Sultana's assassins to account. Lord Orshafon was wise to counsel restraint, but this business will brook no delay. We cannot permit this execution to take place. We must save Rauburn.
Right. I'm on board. Lucky number 7. Okay. Jailbreak, huh? Sounds fun. The Flame General Affairs. Though the situation calls for urgency, it would avail us little to charge in headlong into Ul'dah without a plan. Before we can formulate a plan, however, we must first learn how things stand in the Sultanate, which is why I propose we visit Limsa. You heard me right. While you were about your altruistic endeavors, I acted as an intermediary in trade negotiations between House Fortemps and the Limsa Consortium. During said negotiations, I had the opportunity to send word to the Admiral. The opportunity to send word to the Admiral presented itself, and I duly seized it. I'm happy to report that we have yet a stout ally in Limsa. The Admiral was pledged her full cooperation in any effort to rescue Rauburn. Accordingly, I have agreed to meet with her, that we might discuss how best to proceed. Naturally, I told her to expect us both. Your presence never fails to embolden our allies, after all. When you arrive in Limsa, make yourself known to Sergeant Xanthale at Bulwark Hall in the lower decks. He'll admit you to the bridge. Check out my title. I don't think I have many titles. I don't have like a couple. I looked at that last time. None of them really screamed at me as awesome. You know? The heart of the party. Defender of yours here. Unbeliever. Yeah, sure. We're Unbeliever now. Unbeliever. I'm Gilded. I believe in nothing. The Admiral's been expecting you. Say the word and I'll take you to her. Of course. I want to play more Final Fantasy Tactics tonight. Mhm.
Friends, 'tis good to see you safe and well. I will admit I had not counted on you seeking, let alone finding refuge within the Holy See, but full glad was I to learn that you had.
Thankfully, we had allies there who took us under their wing. And theirs was not the only aid we receive, I suspect. When we fled Uldar, we fully expected to become wanted men, known to all and hounded at every turn. Yet that did not come to pass. On the contrary, 'twould seem the charges against us have not been made public. Might we have you to thank for that, Admiral?
Sharp as ever, Master Alphino. On Marshal Terrapin's urging, the Elder Seed Seer and I demanded that the Syndicate suppress news of the Scion's alleged crimes until such time as irrefutable evidence could be found. Our argument was simple. Lacking proof, to accuse the saviors of the realm of so unlikely a crime would have the people up in arms. In their wisdom, the Syndicate agreed, as you yourself have seen.
So once we get this sorted, we won't have to deal with the fallout.
There
Yeah.
is something you should know. Some few days prior to the banquet, the Elder Seed Seer and I were summoned for a private audience with the Sultana. There, she revealed her intent to announce her abdication, that she might pave the way for the establishment of an Uldan Republic.
What? But such an announcement would have plunged the entire nation into chaos.
She was well aware of that. 'Twas for fear of what might ensue that she summoned us. Her Grace wanted the Elder Seed Seer and I to lend Rauban a helping hand, you see? To aid him in preserving the peace during the transition.
So, having somehow caught wind of her plan, Lolorito and Teleji plotted the Sultana's assassination in the hope of maintaining the constitutional status quo. But they must have known that her death would sow as much chaos as her abdication. Chaos from which Teleji alone might feasibly stand to profit. Surely Lolorito would never knowingly... Ah... Could it be? I dare not hope.
The Uldan authorities have yet to announce the Sultana's passing. To allay any suspicion that may arise from Her Grace's absence, they have issued a statement to the effect that she is presently convalescing from illness.
Mayhap they're waiting for a fitting moment to break the news. Or mayhap they know of some other reason to delay.
Something else has been bothering me, Admiral. I was dismayed to learn that General Rauban is to be executed. Yet upon hearing the news, I could not help but wonder why he had been kept alive for so long. Pray mistake not my meaning. I am, of course, overjoyed that our friend still draws breath, and that he might yet be saved. But if his enemies truly wished to eliminate him, they could have done so immediately.
Good
I
point.
see no reason for this delay.
Aye, you've struck upon an important point, Master Alphino. Following his capture, Rauban had been held in the Marasaja pit within Uldar. In recent days, however, he has reportedly been moved to an unknown location. Queerly, 'twas not the Brass Blades who spirited him away either, but a band of soldiers.
The Crystal
decked in
Braves?
blue.
The Crystal Braves.
Aye. If I read the winds aright, the arrangement between Lord Lolorito and the Braves has come under strain. At any rate, if we're to rescue Rauban, we'll have to find him first. And you'll be glad to hear that I have already entrusted the task to those best able to see it done. Our friends of Doma.
Okay. Rauban's survival is vital to the Orzian Alliance. We can ill afford to lose him. But I cannot send troops into Uldar. 'Twould spell an end to the Alliance and war. Like as not, if there is to be a rescue, it falls to you and yours to attempt it. I would not have it any other way, Admiral. It was I who founded the Crystal Braves, and I who must take responsibility for their actions. Spoken like a true leader, Master Alphino. By way of first step, you should seek out a Doman contact. You will find her among your frontier hands at Revenant's Toll, working in a kitchen. Okay. And start getting the band back together. We gotta get all the rest of the Scions too, you know? Can't just be Alphino and Tataru forever. Not Rowena. It's like Apu? Is it above us? Yeah. Above Rowena. Yuri. Mr. Selheim, I knew in my heart that you were safe, but to see you again in the flesh, words cannot well express my relief. Even as the victory feast was taking place, the Crystal Braves turned upon us and took the Rising Stones by force. Amid the chaos, some few of my compatriots and I were able to slip away unnoticed, and since then we have remained in Revenant's Toll, keeping watch over the mutineers while awaiting your return. You've done well by us, and we Domans will not soon forget our debts. We swear to do all within our power to aid you. Shortly before you arrived, I received word from Linsa Lemensa that you were searching for General Raban. As the Admiral will have informed you, he was recently moved from his cell in the Marasaja pit. At the same juncture, Yuya Hase and 3rd Unit were observed leaving the Rising Stones. This can be no simple coincidence. Their purpose, we believe, is to escort the Flame General to a scene of his execution. Suffice it to say, we have people shadowing the 3rd. If you would join the hunt, pray seek out Deware at Highbridge, where I too am bound. Okay. Let's see. Bone. Okay. The quest over there. I have been expecting you. Time is of the essence, so I shall be direct. Yu Hase and his men are bound for Halatali. We believe that this is where they intend to carry out the execution. Bosun is presently keeping watch over the entrance. Let us make haste and join him. Halatali? You gonna do it in the dungeon? Come at a good time, my friends, but moments ago the traitor Ilbert arrived and entered Halatali. From this, we may be certain the General Raban is held within. Okay. Keeping the flame alive. A ring, huh? Okay. There's no time to lose. General Alden may be executed any moment. You must enter Halatali and free him from his captors. Please see to your preparations and tell me when you're ready to proceed. One of our own will accompany you inside. Alright, so it's gonna be a duty. Alright. Thought I was about to send me into the dungeon for a second. Go. Okay, we're gonna fight some Crystal Braves.
Pray, forgive me my lateness.
Lady Ugiri!
Master Alphino, I am pleased to see that the light of resolve shines in your eyes once more.
Ah, yes. How pathetic I must have seemed to you when we
Her
last
accent.
met. I am ashamed to record it. For a time, I was well and truly lost. But with the aid of my comrades, I have since refound my purpose, and I shall take care not to misplace it again.
Since your escape from Ulda, my fellow shinobi and I have shadowed the Crystal Braves every step, in hopes of learning the Scion's whereabouts. Regrettably, our investigation has yet to yield any useful information. Pray, forgive us.
You need not apologize, my lady. We are grateful for all that you have done on our behalf. Besides, Ralban is no less a friend, and we cannot well abandon him to his fate.
Hozan, the three of us shall attend to the Flame General's rescue. Pray, draw away the guards by the entrance. Take Dowade and Higiri with you.
Her hair is like stock still. It's like it's just up there.
With me!
Looks fine when she's standing, but when she's bent over, it looks kind of funny. Alright. We got Higiri on our side, we'll be fine. Her hair gets much better in Stormblood. Okay. I remember how to use these things. Take the lead and you're gonna follow me. Okay.
Away with you!
Okay. Slowly starting to get used to it.
Leave this to me.
Very dead. Kind of cool to use Holotali for the duty. That's kind of throw the dungeon with like a solo version. Dead end. That's not actually useful there. Later. There's Raban. Where's the boss? The general, but where are his captors? I mislike the look of this. Agreed. General. You came. Turn this thing off. He is bound by some manner of magitech device. Yet I dare not force it open. It may well be booby-trapped. I have heard of such devices. The crystal braves will possess the key. Let us split up and look for it. That will not be necessary. Pray do not take it personally, my friends. You are the victims of harsh economic conditions. Happily, you will not suffer long. The poison will convey you swiftly into the bosom of Tal, where I hope to join you after passing of many prosperous years. They're gonna poison us. Nope, yep, they sure are. Ah, the way is clear. The mist remains. We must stop it at its source. Return to the general. Pray see to the mist and the key. Yuri's staying behind for that. The braves have the key. Mist is not too awful poisonous. We're kind of just fine. I mean, I know we're taking like periodic damage, but we're healing faster. Been sitting this poison literally all day. It's interesting we run all the way into him and then we have to run back out looking for them. I see the atomizer there. takes care of the mist. This is cleared. Next to find the key and free Raban. Alright, this one. Here's our key. Pretty much saved him, yeah, unless there's more of them waiting when we get there or on the way back out. A lot of running and backtracking and running again kind of things in here. I noticed they're using Raban's HP as like a timer. Raban's vitality, 80 out of 100. I guess the poison brought him down to 80. He's still missing an arm, right? We need to get him like a Magitech arm or something. My thanks. Slowly, General. You're yet weak from your ordeal. Nevertheless, we must quit this place. I should have known. What clever contrivances to the Warrior of Light. Well done, hero. We can give him a gun arm like Barrett. Oh, look who it is. Gilded. You mean to struggle on then? Very well, if you would stand in my way, I will cut you down like all the rest. Come, Scions, let's get this over with. You'd expect him to be like a badass, considering he cut off Raban's arm, but we're about to fight him along with friends, so can't be too badass. What is Gilded doing?
It is nothing.
Take this one out first. Goodbye, Yu Hase.
I'm not finished yet.
tear you limb
Conjure.
from limb.
Conjure needs to go. Save the bird for last. Well.
For Alamigo!
For Alamigo, huh? Boom.
This changes nothing.
It is over, Ilberd. Lay down your arms and surrender yourself to justice.
Justice? Justice for what exactly? 'Twas not I who assassinated the Sultana, boy.
Ere we debate who is responsible for the assassination, I would ask whether an assassination took place at all.
Oh, clever little shite. If you think you fight for justice, lass, you best wake up. The truth is, you fight for whoever bloody well tells you to. Can you not see you're being used? By the Scions, the City-States, even the Crystal Braves? They none of them care a whit what you want. Only what you can do for them. And how do I know this? Because I'm the same. A pawn to be used as my masters see fit. All I ever wanted was to liberate my homeland, and I ate dirt to make it happen. But what have I achieved after all these years in servitude? Nothing. Not a bloody thing. If we ourselves are not free, free to think and to act, how are we ever to reclaim our homeland? Know this. There is nothing I would not give to take back Alamigo. Nothing!
How did this help Alamigo? Okay.
You'll not get away!
No, Master Alphino. Now is not the time.
Gotta save Raban.
I'm but a cripple and a fool. And still you came for me. I'm in your debt.
We are all of us fools of fate, General. But even fools have a part to play.
On your feet, Gladiator. The fight's not over.
Rest assured, I was not planning to die till I'd avenged the Sultana. Still, your words are welcome, lass. Know this, Ilberd. There is nothing I would not give to see you pay for what you've done. My wealth, my arm, my life. Nothing.
General, are you aware that Lord Lolorito has yet to announce the Sultana's death to the public?
What? No. No, I was not aware of that, nor of anything else outside my cell. 'Tis passing strange, though. I assumed the bastard would make it known.
Sultana's not dead.
And set about tearing down the Sultanate.
As did we all. And it is indeed strange that he did not. Strange, or perhaps revealing. Now, I have no conclusive proof, nor do I wish to give you false hope. but I have reason to believe that Her Grace may yet live.
What? But how can that be?
Forgive me, friends, but it is not safe here. Let us continue this
She
conversation.
fake her death? Like she knew there was an assassination coming, so she pretended it worked? Maybe? She could have let us in on it. Alright. General is safe. What news without? My lady, the guards have been subdued, as per your command. We have since kept watch over the entrance. There's been no further activity. Then Ilberd and his minions have fled via some other egress. Scour the perimeter for signs of their passing. At once, my lady. General Alden, I presume, and the signs of the 7th dawn. Who are you? Identify yourself. Pray do not be alarmed. My mistress is a friend, and I come bearing a message of goodwill. For your own safety, she bade me direct your steps to the waking sands, and know that Master XIV awaits you there, along with the others sympathetic to your cause. This is no ruse, I assure you. General Alden, if you would come with me, I have prepared a carriage that you may travel in comfort and safe from prying eyes. XIV, huh? Okay. I've spoken with the XIV via link pearl, and he confirms the man's story. Ralban is in safe hands. Let us make our own way to Vesper Bay. Still using these things. We can never escape the Rising Stones. I'll get used to playing it on the controller. Awakening Sands, I mean.
My dearest friends, praise be unto the 12 for delivering you from the clutches of treachery.
Father!
I like Pippin, he seems cool.
Pippin, my son, and Master Papashan besides.
Forgive me, Father. I should have been at Her Grace's side.
Save your tears. The Sultana yet lives.
You.
It was I who arranged this gathering.
What the hell is that?
And judging by your perplexed expressions,
Dulala.
it seems introductions are in order. I am Dulala, head of the Order of Noldthor, and member of the Syndicate.
What you said about the Sultana, is it true? Is she alive?
Young lady, I understand you were with the Sultana when she drank from the poisoned goblet and collapsed. Would I be correct in assuming that you did not personally verify Her Grace's vital signs?
Why ask when 'tis plain you know the answer?
Calm yourself, General, and let me finish.
Dulala.
The truth is not as you imagine it. You are all victims of a most ingenious ruse. A ruse conceived to eliminate the threat posed by Teleji Adeleji. 'Tis my belief that Teleji plotted the Sultana's assassination alone, but that Lolorito caught wind of his plot and exploited it to his own ends. he sought to manipulate you into eliminating gildedJ for him, and you duly obliged. At one fell swoop, he removed his 2 foremost rivals, all the while remaining above suspicion.
God strike me down for a fool. But the Sultana, how can it be that she lives?
She lives because Lolorito willed it. Her own lady-in-waiting is but one of his many little birds. By her sleight of hand, the poison was switched for a less deadly draught before it could reach her mistress's lips.
Some manner of sedative, perchance, of a potency sufficient to induce a slumber like unto death.
Were I to guess, I would say her grace is being held somewhere, dreaming dreams of a brighter Uldar, even as we speak.
Oh, Nanamo. I will never forgive Lolorito for his part in this.
Though Lolorito's hands are far from clean, they did pluck her grace from the jaws of death. That must count for something. And though one may call the man's methods into question, it cannot be denied that he knows the value of stability, to the very gill, like as not. He craves power, 'tis true, but he has no desire to depose the Sultana. I had never taken sides in your feud with the monetarists, but it was not for want of concern for our nation's welfare. Indeed, 'twas out of the desire to see order restored that I furnished your Far Eastern friends with information, and arranged this gathering. I hope you are ready to work, General, for there is much work to be done. Our first priority must be to bring matters back into balance. Lest you forget Her Grace's words, the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. As for the more worldly kind of wealth, I am content to let Lolorito help himself to whatever gildedJ left behind.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
You, meanwhile, must do that which you alone can do. Rescue Her Grace and take your place at her side once more, for her sake and that of our nation.
Okay. We gotta save the Sultana too. Got it. I had not counted on Prioress du Lala appearing herself. In my defense, my suspicions regarding the Sultana proved more prescient. Much remains to be done, but in rescuing Ralban, we have taken the vital first step towards resolving matters in Ul'dah. We couldn't have done it without you, Elheim. Thank you. Achievement unlocked. There, baby. Oh, it's the redeemed. All right. I don't think we're gonna get to a dungeon tonight, Karanova. Doesn't seem like it. We got lots of story to do. Yeah, jail is pronounced jail. Yeah. It is true. It's true. Ataru, yes, General Alban is now in safe hands. What? Another assault? Very well, we shall return at once. Pray notify the Count of our coming. It would seem we face another crisis. The Dravanians are preparing to resume their siege of the Holy See. Though I am loath to abandon the Sultana to her fate, we lack the necessary evidence to act upon Dulala's claims. That being the case, I propose we leave Marshal Tarapin and the others to investigate and return with all haste to Ishgard. Have a slower night tonight. I like that we got the controller set up though. That's pretty cool. What's this quest up here? That one on the left is the machinist. What's this one? And this one. No, that's for one of the crafting ones, I guess. And this is the leave. Just the one I was hoping to see. It so happens I have a proposition for you. You see, in accordance with the Lord Commander's orders, we have established a new system similar to the one administered by the Adventurers Guild of Eorzea. We are to document the petitions of people and distribute them to motivated individuals like yourself. Were you to assist us with these leaves, ma'am, we would be most grateful, and we would compensate you accordingly. Gotcha. Now I just take temple leaves by speaking with Eliel. In addition to normal leave quests which require 1 leave allowance to accept, there are also large-scale leave quests which require 10. These quests will require more effort but yield richer rewards. Cool. Large-scale leaves. Treasure coffers discovered on the battlefield during Battlecraft leave quests will sometimes contain amber-encased vialkin. These rare items can be exchanged with amber traders for items unobtainable anywhere else. Cool beans. Cool. Boom, 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 boom. It's just taking the aetheryte. That's it. There. I'll take the aetheryte. Ah, there you are. Sorry for cutting on your reunion with General Rabanch. Sorry for cutting your reunion with General Rabanch short. I wouldn't have bothered you, but the city's awash with rumors of another Giovannian attack, and Lord Hoshfont was desperate to get a hold of you. Speaking of whom, he and the others are waiting for you inside, so you'd better head in. We're starting a whole new thing now with, like, a Giovannian attack. Okay. So lately I've been trying to try out some like randomizer stuff. I was practicing like Ocarina of Time randomizer. A lot of fun. I'm not super good at it yet. I haven't even beaten one yet, but a lot of fun. My friend, I thank you for answering our call with such alacrity. As I am sure you are now aware, the Javanians are once more gathering for war. Mistress Gilded, Master Olivier, I must apologize for this abrupt summons, but we thought it best to have Mistress Tatar contact you by the most direct means available. When the Observatorium's bells toll, it is a warning that one cannot be ignored. The Holy See has ordered that we make ready for battle. In case you haven't heard, the band of trappers returning from the west claim that they saw a cloud of dragons big enough to dim the midday sky. Nidhogg's minions gather once more for war. But I would not have you take up arms in another of our conflicts. When first you came to Ishgard, I offered you my protection. If I cannot ensure your safety here, I cannot well accept your aid, much less ask for it. Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are faced with a choice, to remain in a besieged Ishgard or to seek sanctuary elsewhere. I would not presume to influence your decision, but I must ask that you make it swiftly, lest our enemies force your hand. Okay. Though we flee to the ends of the world, 'twould seem no place in this troubled age is free of strife. Once more the horde descends upon Ishgard, and once more her weary defenders must take up spear and bow. The Count would have us seek shelter from this storm, but I, for one, grow tired of running. If we are to shine the light of dawn, we must do so in the sight of our fellow men, not hunkered in a hole. What say you, Elheim? I would stay and fight. Then fight we shall. Let it never be said that we will abandon our allies in their hour of need. Whatever it does if you say, I want to run. Running's better. The choice we make this day may have grave implications for our order. It is only right that Tataru should have a say. Come, let us all meet outside and discuss the path that lies before us. Alright, Karanova.
Ishgard cannot well endure another assault. Even should her knights succeed in turning back the horde, the casualties will be catastrophic.
But what other choice do we have? It's not like we can talk it over with them. Dragons and men aren't exactly on speaking terms.
With certain notable exceptions.
Iceheart.
You don't mean Iceheart?
When last you spoke with her, she lamented her crimes, did she not? Then there remains a sliver of hope. If we can persuade Iceheart to act as our intermediary, we may yet be able to convince Nidhogg to abandon his bloody course.
If there is to be a meeting, I would accompany you.
Estinian.
Even with your intermediary, Nidhogg's blood rage may render him deaf to reason. However, the mere attempt may afford our forces precious time to prepare. Of course, you might also consider a more direct approach to ending this conflict. With the power of the Eye at my disposal, and the vaunted strength of the Warrior of Light, we could conceivably slay the beast outright.
If we are to risk a face-to-face meeting with the Dread Worm, I for one would feel safer in the company of the Azure Dragoon. However, I should only turn to your lance if my words failed to find their mark. Is that clear?
Perfectly. I shall assume that Iceheart enjoys similar diplomatic protection until instructed otherwise. A word of advice. Think carefully before divulging the particulars of this plan to Sir Emeric. 'Twould not do to have the Lord Commander accused of consorting with heretics.
Indeed. I thank you for your counsel, Estinian. We shall be honored to have you with us.
You had 4 hours today merging your code into the final testing environment. I've been there before. We have chosen a difficult road, yet even should we succeed in winning Iceheart to our cause, our plans will swiftly come to naught should the Holy Seas decide to strike first against the Horde. We must petition the Lord Commander's aid ere we set forth. I only hope that Sir Amric will be willing to muzzle Ishgard's forces on the strength of our vague assurances. Taru, I would ask that you remain at Fort Temp Manor and inform the Count of our decision. Tell them that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn mean to do all in their power to ensure that Ishgard and her people survive. Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to stop here on Final Fantasy XIV for tonight. I feel like we made a fair amount of progress. We got 2 class quests done. We saved our buddy Raban. We found out that the Sultana is not actually dead. We got another dragon attack coming and we're gonna go track down Iceheart again. I kind of want to play some Zelda, but I'm not thinking of Breath of the Wild right now. I was thinking of maybe doing like some kind of Zelda randomizer. Maybe not Ocarina of Time though. I was thinking maybe Link to the Past or the original Zelda. Or I could play Tactics. Did you want to see some Tactics, Minus? It's also an option. I know it's totally up to me. That's true. What else is new? We could do some Tactics. Alright. I'm going to switch over to Final Fantasy Tactics. I will be back in like 2 minutes. I'm going to switch consoles and all that. The stream's going to go down. It'll come right back up. Don't touch that dial. I'll be right back. Bye.